morning, everybody, and welcome to Undisputed Live from Los Angeles. I'm Jen Hale, here with Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp in Atlanta this week. Good morning, guys. What
Hi, how are you?
Roller coaster.
Yeah. Wait a second.
Good morning. All right.
Wait, are you wearing camouflage because you're hiding? Is that what it is? We can see you.
No.
We can see you. It doesn't work.
Skip, I had planned to celebrate, so I had brought my best dinner jacket and bow tie. I was getting ready to celebrate, and lo and behold, I picked the outfit before they actually won the game.
Okay.
So here we are.
Well, I would like to pronounce the benediction on your prediction from yesterday, which was that it was going to be the benediction last night. I think we're just getting started, silly me. I don't know.
But
I think you said seven.
Hold on, Skip.
I did.
But will you give me credit for this? I told you what was wrong with Kevin Durant's Achilles.
You did.
Long before anybody else. They kept saying it was his calf. It was his calf. I said, no, it's not.
I think I was saying that also, but we'll talk about that in just a minute.
You and I.
Okay, thank
Points
you.
We
I'll
should be
take
doctors.
that.
of you gentlemen
Thank
early
you.
this morning. Well, let's get right into last night's thriller. The Warriors hovering on the brink of elimination. However, new hope since they had KD back for the first time in a month. KD knocked down 11 points in his return, but then early in the second quarter, he crumples to the floor after, injuring, to Shannon's point, that Achilles. KD forced to leave the court with help. Reports say he tore his Achilles. An MRI later today should reveal more. Back on the court, the Splash Brothers stepped up big in the fourth quarter. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson hit 3 huge trays in the final minutes to give the Warriors the lead. In the closing seconds, with Toronto down by 1, Kawhi Leonard was double-teamed and Kyle Lowry's potential game winner deflected. Golden State survived by 1 with Game 6 Thursday back at Oracle. So, Shannon, what happened last night?
Well, what happened is the Warriors are champions for a reason, and I think they showed incredible resolve. The biggest thing is that Kevin Durant, Skip, even though he only played about 11 or 12 minutes, I think what he did was he opened the court up, and he allowed Steph and Klay to find a rhythm early. And once you let those guys, because most great shooters are rhythm shooters, and if you let them get a rhythm early, it's hard to get them out of that rhythm late. And by Kevin Durant being on the court, he provided more space. So now all of a sudden you can't play that box and one defense that had been so successful a few games here and there. Now you have to worry about KD. I really didn't like the Raptors game plan. It was almost like, let's see what KD has. He hadn't played in a month. He's missed like 8-9 games. We don't really think he has much. You can't leave him open like you can, say, Draymond, like you can Iggy or a Kevon Looney. Do they realize what Kevin Durant represents? He told you like a month ago, I'm Kevin Durant. You guys know who I am, right? I think the Raptors forgot who he was. Skip, another thing, if you watch the way they played the game, when Draymond or those big set screens, they're not setting screens to roll to the basket. They're setting screens to let Klay and Steph get wide open threes. You must push up, push out on them. If you stay in the lane or if you hang out by the free throw line, they will swish the net. And they got going early. In the first 4 games, Skip, they were 10 of 35 in the first quarter shooting threes. Last night, they made their first 5. They went on to be 7 of 11. The Warriors feel good because they forced a Game 6. They're going back to Oracle. But I don't know if they should feel as great as they think they should because they hit 23s and they still only won the game by 1 point. But Kevin Durant, I think, Skip, played a bigger dividend what people would think his 12 minutes would indicate because what he did was open the court, let Steph and Klay find wide open jump shots early. They got that rhythm, and the Raptors was really never able to get them out of that. And even when Kawhi went on that 10-0 run by himself, I was like, wow, Kawhi's about to do this. He's about to have a Jordan. He's about to have a LeBron or even a KD run in an NBA Finals game to solidify himself amongst the all-time greats. But Steph and Klay says, no, no, no. The Raptors defense let them down because you cannot let those guys get off threes. 2s you can live with, but you can't let them get 3 threes, and they hit them all, and they won the game.
So I'm going to piggyback on everything you just said, and I'm going to go right to the bottom line of how I saw what happened last night. I saw the Raptors and their fans And all those people out there in the known NBA world who root for number 2 for reasons it's lost on me, all of those people celebrated prematurely, including you, the new leader of the number 2 fan club. It just felt like, it looked like, it seemed like Golden State had hit the wall with 3:28 left when he made his last basket, number 2.
It did.
And it felt like they had run completely out of gas and out of miracles. I was leaning in that direction. I tweeted about it. It looks like this is it for Golden State. And what happened right on schedule? Number 2 went as quiet as he gets to be off the court. And all of a sudden, down the stretch, number 2 takes 2 more shots. He took a fadeaway, fall-away jump shot and missed that. That could have put him up 8. And then he takes a 3-point shot with 1:10 left that could have given them the lead, and he missed that. So down the stretch from 3:28 to the buzzer, number 2 takes 2 shots more and misses both those shots. And all of a sudden, Toronto and Raptor Nation and Shannon Sharp got Steph'd and got Klay'd and got shocked out of their gourd, because here they came,
right,
and it went Klay and then Steph and then Klay. And I told you yesterday this would be the Klay Thompson game, and I think it was, because he hit the shot of shots.
Yes.
He hit the game winner. He hit 7 big threes. And to Steph's credit, remember, I got it. You know, I'm with you on this. Kevin Durant set a Willis Reed Memorial tone in this basketball game. For those who don't remember, it's back in the 1970 finals. It's just legend in New York City that Willis Reed hobbled out on what was a torn quad. It was I don't know if it was ruptured. I think it was just torn. And he had missed game 6. This was game 7 at Madison Square Garden. And he hobbled out and made his first 2 shots and hung on for about 20-odd minutes. But that set the tone for them to win the championship over the Lakers that year. In this case, Kevin did set an early tone. But remember, in the second half, Steph Curry just lost it. He went stone cold. And he had missed, he had made 1 of 8 threes in the second half until he made that one. And I'm going to make a case today that shot that Steph Curry hit, that tied the game, obviously. I think that was the biggest 3 he's ever hit in his career. And we were hard on him yesterday, and he deserved the criticism we gave him yesterday. But he showed up huge in the first half, and then he showed up huge when he made that 3 at the end, right?
Because you're absolutely right, Skip. And it could have been really, really deflating, because they knew when Kevin Durant went down, they knew it was serious. And you could see the momentum start to shift a little bit. But Klay and Steph, mainly Steph, says, nah, bro, we're not losing this one tonight. And he kept them ahead, because you think of an injury of that significance. Now, they haven't, but they know what it was. They saw Kevin Durant. He grabbed his Achilles. He motioned like, come get me. But Steph was he was unbelievable, Skip, in the first half. He really was.
Okay. But he wasn't unbelievable in the second half, and they were teetering and teetering.
No, he wasn't that great.
But the guy who was the rock last night, that's why I'm going to remember this as the Klay Thompson game. Klay Thompson scored 6 points in the first quarter and 6 points in the second quarter and 8 points in the third quarter and 6 big points in the fourth quarter. So he's rock for them. He kept on making shots. He was the difference maker to me. And again, they got a huge game from DeMarcus Cousins that I did not see coming. But obviously they lost Kevon Looney again. He's going to try to suck it up and get some more rehab and play in game 6. But they lost him for the remainder of the game last night. So DeMarcus just had to play big, and he did. He made 6 of 8 shots. That's 14 points and 6 rebounds. So that was critical. But the big... Go ahead.
Skip, if you don't mind me interrupting, Skip, they played Boogie Cousins out of necessity. They went to Looney. They went to Bogut first.
He was the
it
third
was
option.
only when Looney could not return that they put Boogie Cousins in the game.
He saved their bacon when they were ready to just shelve him. He was going to get mothballed until next year, and all of a sudden they had no choice, and he played big. And maybe he played big because he didn't start. Maybe there are no expectations. Maybe he's better if you just throw him in cold, and it's like, oh, I guess I got to play now. And he played.
Right.
But the incredible thing to me is that Golden State survived another basketball game by playing, by their standards, by their championship standards, a poor fundamental basketball game. They had 15 more turnovers. Every time I looked up, they were doing something incredibly stupid. What are you doing? And they had blunder after defensive assignment blunder, where they gave them easy baskets, layups, dunks. What are you doing? And
Skip, forget the previous 13 turnovers. What about the last two when Steph throws it back court, when Draymond steps back in the back court?
It's just terrible.
You would have thought, you like, Steph, after all you've been through in a Game 7 when you whipped it behind your back, out of bounds, here you are in a Game 5 and you do this?
Every pass he throws is very careless and hot doggy, and there are a lot of little, he just tosses them up in the air.
Razzle-dazzle to it.
Little razzle-dazzle, a little too cool for school. And it drives me a little crazy. Again, he came up big with that three, biggest three he's ever made. But to your point, with 37.5 seconds left, they're up 3 when Steph throws it a little behind Draymond and puts it, because Steph got a quick double team. And Draymond was in trouble, but then he shuffles his feet and just carelessly steps back across the half court.